All right, I'm going to create my design in Affinity, and then I'm going to cut from Great Cuts, of course, because I have my GCC. But you can definitely do this in Silhouette and Cricut. And I'm going to show you how to break your design down so that way it fits onto your mat or whatever. If you have the Cricut that doesn't, or the Silhouette that doesn't need the mat, that's even better because you can do a longer run. If you do have to use a mat, I highly recommend the 12 by 24 inch mat if you have one. If you plan on doing multiple of these, like if you plan on offering these and you don't have a 12 by 24 mat, I highly recommend getting the 12 by 24. It's just going to cut down on the number of cuts that you have to do, which is going to make it a whole lot easier for you later. I had a few. So let's get into it. Let me show y'all. All right, so I got my sweater laid out. You want to lay it out the floor, a table, whatever you have. And then, so let's start on this side. Let's take this sleeve and we're going to fold the cuff in. So I take the seam where the cuff is and I line that up on the shoulder seam. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to go this way and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So this seam, line it up here. All right. Then if you have, it's easier if you have the, like the seamstress tape measure. I just don't know where mine is, so I'm going to use my yardstick. And I'm going to measure from this side, so all the way to where the edge is, all the way to the other side edge. So I can't get the whole thing to fit in the camera, but that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm measuring from one edge to the other, okay? So then I'm gonna put this down. That's 36 and another 8. So 36 plus 8, 44. Okay, so 44 is my max. That's my max if I want to go, and that's basically going to almost the elbow. So 44 is my max. Let me write that down. And this is a large sweatshirt. And the brand is Tooltex. So just for reference. But each one is going to be different. Because when I did my other large one, I think my max was 40. Now, to get my height. Let me open my sweater back up. Because the sleeve is going to be the thinnest area, I'm going to measure from the top of the sleeve to the bottom, which this one is 9. And then you have to decide if you want to take 1 inch from each side, 1.5 inches from each side, 2 inches from each side. You have to decide about how thick you want it to be. Okay, so this one right here is 9. I'm probably going to do, I'm going to take 1.5 inches off of each direction. So that's basically 3 inches off. So I'm going to do 9 minus 3. The max that I'm going to do for my width is 6. So I'm going to do 44 by 6 at the most on this sweatshirt. Okay? Now, remember, I got to make sure that I include my offset. Again, when you're doing this type of sweater, you got to think about the text that you're using. Because if your word is only 4 letters, 44 inches for 4 letters is crazy insane. So either you got to think of another phrase or you got to come up with another way to stretch it. So this is the green one. I'm going to go ahead on and measure the black since we already have the camera set up like this. Now this is a t-shirt. now we can start designing. Oh, I gotta find my mouse trail. It was just on the table. Can I put it somewhere? Oh, there it is. Okay, so here we have our Vikings. And we said for our Vikings, the max was 44. 44. And our height is 6. Hey, how are you? All right. So max height 6, max width 44. Now you can go a little bit shorter if you want to. You don't have to go like all the way down to the elbow, but just know that's about as long as you should go. And because my words, I can zoom in. Let me make this shorter. I'm going to make it about 5 right now, just because I know I want to add an offset, so I want to leave room for that. Let me change my background color so y'all can see what it's going to look like. It's going to be green. And this is going to be yellow. All right. With the white outline. Okay. So this is currently only 24. So it's barely going to stretch across the back. So I can do one of two things when I'm in Affinity. I can either make it longer, and as long as it still looks legible and not distorted, that's what I can do. Or you can increase the spacing between the letters. So the letters aren't necessarily getting bigger, but they're more spaced out. So I'm going to do that a little and then do this.
Okay.
All right. So I ended up going with 40 inches wide. I didn't do the full 44. I'm going to decrease my spacing a little because I feel like it's a little stretched out. And again, this is just personal preference. And then I'm going to increase it to 40. And that just looks a little bit more appealing to me. Okay. So I basically took 2 inches off of each side, which is fine.
Yes.
All right. And then my offset, it's just a matter of...
Are you able to move the tab, share comment banner? On my screen is covering the Vikings text.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Brandy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then with my offset... All right, y'all. I'm about to do something a little advanced, so just bear with me. No, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to... I'm not going to do that. Because I just don't want y'all to get confused. But basically, this is ready. So once you get your words lined up how you want and you get your spacing, your offset how you want it, then we're good to go. Now, I'm going to change my offset color just because when I pull it into my cut software, it just doesn't... White, it'll cut white. It's just, instead of showing me a color, it shows me a dotted line. In my brain, I just don't like it. So I always change whatever I have to white, a different color. All right. So this one is ready. Let's make another board. And number 2, what did I say I was going to put on?
Did you do an outline for the offset? I missed it.
Yes. So in Affinity.
Can this be done as Sil? Cause I am not that good in Affinity.
Yes. Okay, so let's do that. So I just did this one in Affinity. Let's go do the second one in Silhouette. I'm going to do the exact same one in Silhouette. Let me open it. So that was the Affinity. But it's the same thing in Silhouette. You're going to type out your text, space it out, and then you're going to do an offset. Okay, so let me change my board size. So you know in Silhouette, like you have your mat size, but you can create a custom size just so you can design. So I'm going to do 40 by 6. So I know how much space I have to work with. Disclaimer, I am not a Silhouette girl. I consider myself, what's lower, novice or beginner? I'm not like at the very bottom, but I don't even consider myself intermediate. So just keep that in mind. So if you know a better way to do something in Silhouette, hey HB, then I go for it. Okay, so I have my board set. I don't know where this little, the background, there must have been an update or something, because baby, why it ain't just, I don't know where them little lines came from, but I don't like them. But either way, it's giving Christmas paper. And I don't know how to get rid of them, so. Hold on, y'all, the press is warm. Yeah, I don't know. That I just opened Silhouette one day and those lines were there and I don't know how to get rid of them.
Let me check my cell to see if it's an update.
All right, so then we're going to grab our text and we're going to type out Vikings.
Click on the second box at the top.
The second box at the top? Wait. Oh, girl, thank you. Let me take that out. Oh, shout out to Terry. Okay, so it says show grids. That's what it is. I don't want that. Okay, boom. W Kinfolks. Okay, so let me make this yellow. And then the font you want to use, well, the one that I used, you can use freshman, you can use college, you can use winners, consolidated, any of those. Those are typically the ones that I use, or anything that's bold, basically is what you want, a bold font. So I'm going to go to winner, condensed, bold. That's the one that I have. All right. And let's make this 5 inches. And then let's stretch it out. Okay, so this is what I need in here. So I don't know if anybody in here knows how to do this, but I need to space these letters out. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that in Silhouette. I mean, I know I can convert it to a path and like individually move them over, but I don't know if they have a tool to just move them. Oh, my back hurt.
Go to the bottom on the left.
Bottom left.
Go to character spacing.
Oh, okay, where's character spacing at? Hold on, I'm about to find it, y'all. Let's see if I go to the text panel. Oh, there we go. Boom. Thank you. Okay, so open the text panel, the textile panel, and then at the bottom there's character spacing. Thank you so much. See, I knew there was. And then you just space it out to your liking. I'm gonna do 140. No. 130. Okay, boom. Oops. No, I didn't want to quit. It said error clerk. Let's go back in. It just kicked me out. Thank you so much, Ava. All right, let's see. Say recover. So let's see if we can get our stuff back. Okay, boom. Okay, so over here in the layers panel, it's the little A with the line next to it. That's textile. And then down here at the bottom, it says character spacing.
Good morning. What are you creating?
We are doing the oversized print sweater. And then I want to make this 40 because that's what I did on the other one. Oh, y'all know what? I need to change my mat size because my other mat was 44 inches wide. Because I still need to add the offset to this. So let me change this to 44. Why is my mouse not working? All right, boom. Okay, and then I'm just going to center this. Now I'm going to open up the offset panel, which is over here. I'm going to add my offset. I want it to have sharp corners. And then you just need to adjust the offset to how you want it, how thick you want it to be. And again, it's just your personal preference. I'm just trying to make sure my G is not closed off. And then we're going to hit apply. Let's turn that to white. Boom, there you go. So now you have your yellow and you have your white. Now that we have it, okay, so we're going to go to our modify panel and let's make this a compound. So now the letters are, oh, let me go back. Let me grab this one. Okay, so now I have my individual. So I released the compound on the white and the yellow because now that I have them sized the way that I want them, this is where you have to break it down. So I'm going to grab this whole thing and just kind of move it up. Let me go back and change my board size to whatever size mat you have. If you got a 12 by 12, boom. Like I said, I highly recommend a 12 by 24 because it'll just make you have to do a lot less cuts. But if you don't have it, you got to work with what you got. So we're going to go 12 by 24. Let me zoom out, y'all. Hold on. So y'all can see a little bit more. So now I can grab the first 4 letters. And the next 3. And now I can set it up on my 12 by 24 inch mat like this. Okay. So now I can't cut it all in one long length unless you can do without a mat. You can do a 12 by 24 inch or 48 inch piece, whatever it is. But if you don't, you just need to break it into multiple pieces. Okay. Even though I have a 20-inch cutter here, sometimes I still split it because I don't want to go 40 inches the long way by only 6 and waste the other inches. So I'll stack mine as well because it's not like I'm going to press it all at one time anyway. So it being one continuous piece is not necessary. Does that make sense? So even though like I have my cutter will hold a 24-inch roll of vinyl, I'm still going to split mine somewhere because it doesn't make sense for me to have to waste that much vinyl going the long way when I can spread it out across the 20 inches. So don't just think like, oh, I got a small cutter, I got to break it up. Like I'm breaking mine up too. I may not just have to break it. Like this one was easy. It was only 2 pieces. All right. So that's how you set it up. If you have a Cricut, you're going to do the exact same thing. Same thing. You're going to create your text, make it to the size that you want it. add your offset, and then you need to be able to break it apart. But you saw when I moved my letters, I kept these together. So that way the spacing is already there and I won't have to put each individual letter one at a time to get the right spacing. So I have these two. Let me undo that. I'm going to put it back all together. And then the one thing that you want to keep in mind also when you're splitting, because I'll split it multiple different ways. So you want to know where your centerpiece is, because when you go to line it back up, so the center is just right over the eye. So if you want to grab these three only and keep those together, and then do your left side and your right side, that way you know the middle, where the middle of your shirt is, if that makes sense. And I'm going to show y'all that when we go to cut ours on the cutter. Okay, we good? Any questions? Because I'm gonna go back to silhouette and do the other two right now, or one, because I don't even know what I'm doing on the third one. But we good? If I take y'all into Cricut, y'all gonna be like, dang, she's struggling even more in Cricut than I did in silhouette. Shout out to my silhouette people in the chat.
We're good.
All right, bet. Okay, so let me go back to Affinity. My second one is going to be, y'all, what do we...
OMG, I missed everything.
That's all right. We just getting started. We only did one so far. We only designed one. What did I say?
You didn't struggle. You did just fine.
Thank you.
I am a Cricut and Canva girly.
See, but you can take the information from there and move it over and do it in Cricut, right? Canva, I don't really know, because like if you got Canva Pro, you should be fine, because you can save it as the SVG and just pull it into Cricut or Silhouette. Okay, bet. Y'all, what was we putting on the black t-shirt?
Exactly.
We have Vikings. Oh, we was gonna do Mardi Gras. That's what I was gonna say. Mardi Gras. I forgot. Okay, and then this is basically, now that I've already done one, I got my spacing how I like it. If you want to change the spacing, you can do that as well. But let me go ahead and shrink this down because it's way too wide. We're going to do 40 on this one as well. The middle is going to be this crazy wild, y'all know, Mardi Gras color. And then the outline is going to be white again. Okay, boom. So that one is ready. The third one, I have not decided what's going on that one.
You could have saved your SIL file as a PNG and brought it into Affinity.
Right, but when I take it to my cutter's not going to recognize the PNG. I needed it. I could have saved it as an SVG and just brought it over. Yeah. But see, I don't even cut from Affinity. I can't cut from here. I have to go to another software. All right, so...
Okay.
Yeah. Girl, what you thinking?
I have to cut from SIL.
Yeah. All right, so we have our main letters.
Do you do a lot of lives on designing in Affinity?
If ever I'm doing a designing one, yes, always. It's 95% of the time in Affinity. Unless like somebody requested, hey, can you show us in Silhouette? Then I jumped into Silhouette. But yeah. Okay, so that one is ready to cut. If we press fast forward, feeling on your back one. I don't even know where this little thing came from. Why is that? Blame it on the vodka. Alright, my other A was messed up too. I don't know why. But that's fine. I can just adjust the node. Alright. So Mardi Gras is ready. Boom. I haven't decided what to put on the third one, y'all. So we're just going to stick with these two for now. Let me open up my cut software. I would cut it on my silhouette, y'all, but I don't know where the power cable is.
Are they separated?
Are they separated? Wait, is what separated? So like all of these are individual. My red's not though. I can break it apart. Let me see. So when I do mine, I can do it.
What did you just go to for it to cut?
I'm going to cut from Great Cuts because that's what my cutter uses.
Okay, just checking.
So, oops. Let me turn that off. So like with this one, I can turn off the yellow. So my red is all one piece. I can either prep it here to be ready to cut. And like I said, I'm going to have to break this into two pieces because I don't want to go the full 40. Actually, on the white, I'm going to leave it. The white, I don't mind going the full 40 because I'm going to cut two at one time. So I'm going to cut the Viking and I'm going to cut the Mardi Gras. So because they're both going on solid white, the same, I'm just going to leave them. But if I was only going to do one, I would break this down because I wouldn't want to go 5 by 40 and then have all that extra vinyl off on the side. But I'm going to cut both of these and they're going to be the same length. So it's going to be fine. So I'm going to leave it. So let me turn all of these back on. Let me grab this one. Bring it into Great Cuts. So I'm going to paste that in here. And then let me go grab the Mardi Gras. I'm going to change the color of this to, and then let's turn them a different color because I'm not going to be cutting it with yellow. So let's just make it blue. Doesn't matter what color it is. I'm going to put the vinyl on that I want to use anyways. All right, boom. There we go. So now I'm going to flip it so that way it's mirrored. I'm going to turn off the blue and I'm going to turn off the yellow and I'm going to cut the white first. So I have two whites and they are, wait, let me just double check real quick that I have the right sizing that I want. 40 by 6. Unlock that 40. And all right, boom. All right, so now I can turn off the blue, turn off the yellow, and I'm gonna cut the white. All right, so I got this. I think I have a 15-inch roll on right now. So I'm basically gonna come over here. Oh, I'm hooking it to my computer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But like I said, you can do this. It can be done on a Cricut and Silhouette. I highly recommend the 12 by 24 inch mat so you can do fewer cuts. But if you only have a 12 by 12, you can use that too. All right. And then let's do the yellow first. So my yellow inch roll is a 20-inch roll. So I can literally, let me ungroup this.
Cut.
What kind of cutter do you have? Okay, that, let's see, how wide is this? All right, so I literally have to break this. All right, just to save space, because if I grab the first 4 letters, it's too wide. It's 21.5. So if I grab 3, it'll fit. But then I grab the next 3, and then I'm going to have the one single anyways. And all the space in between is unnecessary. Like I said, I don't want to waste vinyl. So I'm just going to load my vinyl. Okay, so now I'm going to send this to my cutter. Let me change my material. Then I'm going to hit read material size so it tells me how much space I have. And now I can just line my letters up how I want to. And I can condense them and get them as close as I want. Because remember, the white is going to go down first, and it's already going to give me where I need to be placing my other letters. So I'm going to line that one up. They don't even have to be in order. There is a feature where it will line it up for you, but I'll be feeling like they don't be saving as much space as possible. They just be doing whatever they want to do. Oh, shoot. Y'all couldn't even see that. But I basically went and lined it up. Let me add in a weed border. And then send that to the cutter. So instead of me doing a 40 by 50 inch piece, I literally ended up using like 20 by maybe 12. So you could have totally put that on a 12 by 24 inch board or mat.
I be trying to save as much vinyl too.
Period. Because listen, vinyl ain't cheap. And like I said, because I'm already going to have the base layer down, I'm fine with it. If this was going to be my only layer, I would have kept it as much intact as possible because it would be easier and save me time when it's time to press it. And of course, time is money. So the faster that you can do something, the more that you can get done in a short amount of time. So instead of me having to line up individual letters and making sure they're spaced out and straight and the same height, I don't have to do that now though, because I'm going to have the white layer down on the bottom. So it works out with the double layer. Okay, that's that one. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the Mardi Gras layer. Oh, shoot. I was supposed We have vinyl. We have our vinyl. We have some heat tape down there that we're going to use. Let me move these because these are the messed up pieces. We have, I'm going to need scissors again. And
here. Afternoon, everyone.
And our sweatshirt. Hey, DeWanda. Okay, this is going across the back. All right. Okay, here we go. So we're going to lay our sweater out. We don't need this one yet. We don't need this one yet. As flat as you can get it. If you need to pre-press it, go ahead and pre-press it. Let me get you out of bed. I can't see from this side.
Ready.
Okay, bet.
Ready. 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 Ready.
Let's go.
Ready. Ready.
Okay, bet. Okay, so we have, again, remember, we were able to cut the white piece all in one piece because we did 2 at a time. So now we're just going to place this across the back.
6 feet letters.
So we're going to go there. We want to make sure we hit the center. Whew, where it's supposed to be.
What cutting machine are you using?
You could
I would
do.
like to upgrade, but not sure which one to get.
I have a GCC Jaguar. So the GCC Expert is a good one. It's currently out of stock at Heat Press Nation.
Oh, this is gonna be so cool.
It's currently out of stock at Heat Press Nation, but they said it will be coming back in stock soon. So, okay. So there's that. I don't arc mine when I am doing this, just because I feel like it would take too much precision to try to arc it. So I just go straight across the back. Now, if for some reason you're like, okay, it's not lining up kind of how I want it or whatever it may be, feel free to cut your pieces off and kind of rearrange them how you want them. You know, the letters are the same size because we created it as the same size in the beginning. So, but for me, it's good. The one thing I recommend, especially if you're going to do a puff vinyl on top like I did my last one, my seams is where I had somewhat an issue. So if you do puff vinyl on the top, use a pressing pillow to even out the pressure on those seams. Because not only do you get the seam on this side, you also get the seam on the back side. So it's like twice as much of the seam. It really only affects the puff vinyl, but mine didn't even turn out that bad. It was still okay. So I am going to adjust. I want this to come up just a little bit. There. Okay, boom. And then I'm just adjusting my sweater to make sure that my letter does not go off the top over there. And that everything is laying down flat because you don't want to have any creases in between. All right. Now for me, because I need to move it from this table over to my press, I'm going to use a few pieces of tape just to hold it in place. So that way when I move it, it doesn't really go anywhere. And because this is all one piece.
You cut poster boards on that machine?
Yes, I've cut poster boards. Yes. Because I did some things for football one year that I did on like a super thick poster board or cardstock. Okay, boom. So that's it. I just want to hold it in place long enough to be able to move it over to the press. Okay. So now I'm going to grab the second. Is this? Oh yeah, that's supposed to go in there. I'm going to just, I like to do stuff in assembly line fashion. So we're going to go ahead and prep the back of the other one as well. And we're going to start this way. So you got to break it down into reasonable sections. So for me, the way that I have it right now, the G is going to only press half of the G, and then it's going to be the other half. So I don't want it. I'm just going to slide the G off of the table. Oh, hold on, y'all. I need the air. I love the way you ride. All right. We're going to get these two on there. What happened to my Tiffany, y'all? Just to get that girl to fashion. All right, let's see.
Notches a 10.
Yes, thank you. All right, y'all. So as you can see, I can't avoid not doing part of the K just because of how the letters fell. So we just gotta rock with it. It's not the end of the world. All right. All right. Again, making sure everything is smoothed out. Any questions so far? None?
Using the Cricut hand press is faster because I was struggling using my heat press wall.
Yeah, see, if I had a Cricut hand press, I would use that as for the tack down layer, probably for sure. But I'ma always go back through and hit it with my regular heat press. I don't know. But yeah, if you have the Cricut hand press and you had it laid out on the floor, you can definitely do this tack down layer probably a lot faster on this one. Okay, boom.
I need a shirt like that says Texas.
Bet. Say less. That'll be dope. All right, this is where the more heat tapes then come into place. Remember, when I did these, I've just lined them up. So all of these are individual. So I got to cut all these individual. When we do the Mardi Gras, I kind of kept them together a little bit. So, but again, this is why I said you can save vinyl because you can just smash all the letters up because you know exactly where to place them. They all got a home.
When I request to do business, what is this process called? Images.
What is this process called? Like the oversized print sweatshirt. I don't know. Usually people just will send me like a picture or a screenshot of something that I already did and be like, oh, I want this. I'm like, okay. Because I just feel like when we give it a name, so many people call it such different things that you might come to me and say, I want the oversized sweatshirt print. And then you tell somebody else that and they might be thinking something completely different. All right, so then I'm just going to line these up. Again, I'm taping them down because I have to move it from one table to the press. Like if I wasn't recording for y'all to see, I would probably just put my 2 letters that I'm going to have on the press and just set them right there and press it and then slide it over. But for tutorial purposes, I'm just showing y'all the process.
I want to learn to do rhinestones with the oversized letter. Do you think that's too much?
Listen, you can't ask me if it's too much because I'm going to do the most every single time. You already see me over here doing 2 layers. So imagine a spangle layer on the outside of that. Listen, I'm here for it.
BRITTANYBEAUTYIM in Texas too.
I am here for it. Do you hear me? I hung up my rhinestone shoes a long time ago, but I'll do some spangles in a minute.
Yes, I am extra too.
I will do some spangles in a minute, honey. Like you over here got me thinking, dang, I should have did a spangle layer on this one, but I'm going to just go ahead on and let this one be great the way that it is.
At Aneta mode, that's cool. What part?
Texas stay deep in these TikTok streets. To the Avenue Rendezvous. That and the you lost a hubcap.
That's a good idea with saving the vinyl.
Man. So now I didn't have to do a 5 by 40 inch piece. I literally used like 12 by 18 or something, and boom, we got it. God, please. Now with this, it's taped down, low key. All right, and again, we just gonna try to grab as many letters to fit. And then this time we're gonna do the full time.
I tried to piece a 30 by 72 banner together in Canva and it didn't work out well.
30 by 72. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking Canva at all, but it does have its limitations.
How can I do it in Affinity Designer?
So are you trying to print it split? If you design it the full size, I have a YouTube video, so if you're trying to print it out, I don't know what you're trying to print it on. Like if you're trying to do a sublimation print or whatever, but I show you how to tile it in Affinity. It's like a 2-minute video on my page, on my YouTube. Okay. Now I gotta make sure everything is lined up right. Press. Alright. I didn't do anything for the front of this one. Oh yeah, so you can, so when you go to Affinity, you'll set it up the way that you want it. You'll go to your print settings. You'll go like you're going to print it. But instead of actually printing it to a printer, if you don't print directly from Affinity, you can print it to save as a PDF. And then when you go through the steps that I show you how to tile it, you'll make sure that you put your paper size in, and it'll tile it for you. After I press the second shirt, just remind me, and I'll show you like real quick on the computer. But the video literally break it down for you. It's not even 2 minutes long, like barely 2 minutes, and it'll break it down for you. Okay, let me get this back lined up because we got a little bit of shifting going on here. In my black Chevrolet.
I've seen that video. We'll try it next time. Thank you.
Okay, bet. Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't actually have to print. You can save it as a PDF and then take it into whatever software you need to print. So whatever your rolling software is. I low-key feel bad. I gotta go find this vinyl now because, bro, this is gonna be the Mardi Gras shirt for 2026. I'm debating on if we're gonna go to Mardi Gras this year, actually. And if we are, I'm wearing this shirt. So here is our Viking sweatshirt. Ooh. Nice oversized print. And then here is our
so pretty
Mardi Gras. Now remind y'all, this is a long sleeve shirt. This isn't even a sweatshirt.
I love it.
This is a long sleeve shirt. So you can do it on the long sleeve. You can do it on a sweatshirt. This one is cute. And then this was the front. So with the front, I just decided to go nice and simple. Since we already went like crazy OD on the back, I just did a quick little pocket logo.
Bra is nice.
Quick little.
Would be able to read it when it's on.
Right. Oh, you said, would you be able to? Wait, let me see.
Have you done a hoodie yet?
I haven't done a hoodie.
How many inch big are those letters?
These were 6x40. But again, like I told at the beginning of the video, you want to measure.
Love the Vikings.
You want to measure each garment because this is a large sweatshirt. This is an extra large t-shirt. But they ended up using the same size design. So just imagine, like I could have did 44. Remember when we measured, it said about 44. That would have took me out about 2 more inches. So coming down those 4 inches was perfect. Just because I didn't want it to go all the way to the elbow. But, oh, somebody asked me about doing a hoodie. So the only reason I haven't done a hoodie yet is because with it going across the back big like that, I'm like, the hood's going to cover half of it. So the hood's going to come down and cover like this middle section. So it's, when they put the hood on, it'll look nice. Maybe that's one of the ones you do across the front. I mean, I think it still would look nice on a hoodie. You would still measure it the same way. It's just part of the time your design might be covered. And that's fine. I mean, we deal with that all the time whenever we put a name on the back of a hoodie. So it's not like it's something new. But just something to think about when you are pressing one on a hoodie. I
love these.
I love it. Me too. I'm definitely a fan of the back side versus the front. Y'all remember I did the other one on the front. And then you can even do like their logo right here or their mascot big right here if you wanted to, like take it over the top. It's so much you can do with it.